Okay, I'm hanging out at the local gun shop and have quite a few AR-15s on the display wall here, so I figured I'd go through some of them. Let's start off with this little Colt. Looks like a 6920. It's got a removable carry handle. It's got a carbine length grip up front sight, a nice barrel. Looks like it's got a 6-position adjustable stock. Up above it is a DPMS. That one's a flat top. There's no brass deflector like this one. It's got this brass deflector and a forward assist. This one has neither, so it's made to look a little more streamlined. Made by Bushmaster, or excuse me, DPMS. So it's, I guess, one of their own designs. I'm not familiar with the model. Looks like they have their own stock going on. Kind of an odd shape. And it must be adjustable. With just my left hand, I'm not able to do it. Up above it, looks like we've got an Armalite with a stainless steel barrel. Long carbine, or full rifle style. Full length front handguard. It does have the brass deflector and the forward assist, and it's got the full stock. So that's sort of your older style, I guess, long AR-15 rifle. Coming down here, we've got an LWRC. This one's a CSAT, so it's got the CSAT logo. This one's sort of set up by Paul Howe with his rear aperture inside I think it's a LaRue base. It's got his light on there. I think we've gone over that one before, so I know some of the features on that one. Volter stock. Again, just a little bit different, but it's adjustable also. Up above it we have a 308 Armalite. Again, full size, full length front handguards, round shape as opposed to the triangular shape of the older ones, and as opposed to the more oval shaped here. This one's in green and it's got a shorter magazine. It's a 308, so it's not the same as these others, which are all 223, 5.56 by 45. You'll notice no forward assist, just the brass deflector on that 308 version by Armalite. Up above it then we've got an old Colt Sp1, so these are basically the first style. They quit making these I think in '85. So triangle, full length handguard, regular stock. Notice the grip, no finger groove, like this Magpul is the newer style, or I guess the one above it there by Colt has a finger groove. This one has no finger groove. Oh, that's not a Colt, that's a Bushmaster. So there's another one, another Bushmaster up there. Full length handguard, birdcage front. You've got a brass deflector, and you've got a forward assist. Next to it we've got one that looks like an old Colt, but it's made by EA company. I don't know that one. This is J15. Let's just call it a rip-off of a Colt because I don't know what it is. Right below it we've got a Colt. It's an SP1, but this one's the carbine version. Again, made back in the day. No brass deflector, no forward assist, just because they didn't have them back then, I think. Older style pistol grip. Older 4-position stock. Kind of cool. It's not really plastic. It's almost like a Bakelite or something. Pretty neat. And this one is an LWRC. I don't know which model. So it's got a railed forend as opposed to the plastic forend on this one. It's got a fold down front sight. I'm assuming that's a Troy Industries as opposed to the A2 style triangle front sight. It's got a flip down rear sight as opposed to the rear sight in the charging hand or into the carry handle like these older styles and like this older style Colt. It's got rails up top, so instead of being a handle up on top of the receiver, it's built like this one with just rails up on top. So with those rails up on top, you're able to attach this removable rear sight that also flips up. Now we're looking at another Smith, which is fairly similar to that LWRC. I think the big difference between these two is that on the LWRC it's a gas piston. So this one's direct impingement, meaning the gas comes around, comes up into the chamber. The bullet heads down the barrel. Once it passes somewhere around here, some of that gas leaks up through the gas block, down the gas tube, and while most of the gas on the bullet is heading that way, some of the gas pressure is heading back this way, and that blows the bolt carrier back, which pulls the bolt out of the chamber. The bolt and everything comes backwards. All that spring and stuff that was here shoves back into the receiver extension there, and that's how the gun operates. On this one, the round comes out, pushes some pressure up here, which releases up here in front, and then sends the piston back, and then charges the bolt. Works the same back here, so you still need a spring back there. This one's got a Magpul pistol grip. You can see how there's how it's set up with the one finger grip here and the big wrap here. Fits hands a little differently than this simpler style on the Smith. Next we'll move over to another Smith. The big difference between these two is this one has no sights, and instead of having a gas block that's hidden below the rails, on this one it's got no rails, just regular hand guards, and the gas block, instead of looking like this one, is a flat top with a little piece of rail, so you could put one of those flip up sights there or something else. Again, we do have a brass deflector and a charging handle. An inexpensive stock, because a lot of times people are going to change these stocks out, so as opposed to this one, a little nicer stock. This one is also a Smith & Wesson. This one's a Magpul MOE, so that means Magpul original equipment. It's got a Magpul stock, Magpul pistol grip, Magpul magazine, front hand guard, and a Magpul rear sight. All made of the Magpul polymer, which is super heavy duty. Up above it, we got another Smith. I'm going to make fun of this one because it has a little short magazine. Also, it's got this funny looking gas block and a big heavy barrel. So I'm guessing that's some sort of a varmint gun. I have no idea. Big difference there, of course. Just flat top, no rail up front. Similar to this one, but not exactly the same because of the profile and the way the barrel is. A little bit of a notch here on this barrel, where this one's straight, no muzzle brake or anything. And then last we got another Colt Sp1 up on top there. Pretty neat. You can see the flash protector on the older style versus the flash protector on the newer style. You can see the barrel on an older style, pencil barrel, versus some of the thicker barrels that are out there. You can see some differences in the rear sights. There's one up in an integral handle. This is that Paul House older style carry handle. There's a newer style carry handle. And then the Magpul. Other differences are where the slings are going to attach. For example, this one has no sling attachments really, except for stuff that's like built into the stock. But up front you don't see any real allocation for a sling. This one you've got the standard underneath sling. Again, nothing for a sling. Whereas you get to some of these fancier ones on this Voltar grip, there's a quick release sling swivel there. And again, you get to the nicer ones and you're going to have options like the quick release sling swivel on this CSAT right here. Now that one attaches to the rail. Back here it attaches to the receiver extension. So it's a Daniel Defense add-on to that gun. Other options would be magazines. You can tell this one has a 20 round magazine. This one's got a typical 30 rounder. This one's got a Magpul P30 30 round polymer magazine. This one's got the new style PMag, where the cover that protects the lips and everything clips on underneath. And then you got this old goofy one, which I'll make fun of again, which is too small for anything. And I don't know why they make it, probably for hunting. Well, let's make fun of it. Look how little it is. So there's some ARs and some differences between them. And thanks to the shop for letting us get back here and get my hands all over them.